Item 462.
Request of Ann DiElmo to address council regarding the need for safer infrastructure for active transportation.
Starting to feel like a jilted lover.
Yeah, she's here.
She's here.
Where?
In Zoom.
Online. Good morning, Ann. How are you today?
Good morning. I am doing well. How are you?
Great, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Mayor Wheeler and council members. Thank you so much for giving me time to speak today. My name is Ann Elmo, and I'm a resident of Woodlawn and a pedestrian, TriMet user, and fairly new cyclist. I'm here to talk about safer infrastructure in Northeast Portland. I really appreciate all the improvements that PBOT continually makes to our bike and pedestrian infrastructure, such as our incredible neighborhood greenways. But unfortunately, cars and trucks keep getting larger and drivers more distracted, putting more people at greater risk. To reach Vision Zero, we need more protected bike lanes, crosswalks, and bus and pedestrian islands, especially on high-flow streets. I live close to the Rosa Parks protected bike lane, and I'd love to see more streets like it around town. Northeast Killingsworth would be a great candidate for such infrastructure. It's a street I have to cross all the time, and where drivers tend to be less considerate and more aggressive. They rarely stop at marked intersections, let alone at unmarked ones, with showing complete disregard for Oregon law. It seems insane to me that I have a much better chance of crossing on MLK, which has much higher flow and is much wider as well. I usually have to wait until there's a lull in traffic or a TriMet bus drives by. So thank you, TriMet, by the way. And that's when I can see into the intersection. Visibility is problematic on Killingsworth, and it's shockingly, it's much worse on Alberta. And that affects all forms of transportation, and it slows down absolutely everyone. This is where daylighting would make everyone much safer. A little farther to the south is Northeast Broadway, where I frequent a lot of really incredible businesses. Have you tried to cross Broadway recently between 11th and 23rd? Good luck with those 4 lanes of cars and a few more crossings. For a street with so many great businesses, it's really as unsightly as it is dangerous. It would really benefit from more traffic calming measures, maybe a median, pedestrian islands that would also encourage more foot traffic. And of course, a protected bike lane. I cannot tell you how many times a driver has waved sheepishly at me after not letting me stop on, after not stopping for me on any of the streets I mentioned. Waving is a nice gesture, but safer crossings are much better. And this is where we need you. Portland has so much potential and could become a truly great place to walk, cycle, or use a mobility device. I love supporting the great small businesses of the city and exploring our wonderful neighborhood greenways that the city has wisely put in. But to continue to do so, I need to feel safe. I need to feel safe on my feet or on my bike or walking to a TriMet stop. Thank you so much for listening to me today.
Thank you, Ann. And I know Commissioner Mapps would like to comment as well. He's our Transportation Commissioner. Commissioner Mapps.
Well, Ann, I want to thank you so much for testifying today. I'm glad that you appreciate some of the bike infrastructure and safe infrastructure that PBOT has implemented recently. I also have some good news. PBOT will be out on Northeast Killingsworth this summer, making safety improvements. Frankly, the reason why we're able to do that is through our Fixing Our Streets program, which the voters and their great wisdom passed just a couple of weeks ago. We will also be out on Northeast Broadway in the very near future, making important improvements there. I'll tell you, the only reason we can afford to pay for that is thanks to some grants that we recently received from the Biden administration. So we're moving in the right direction. We appreciate you exploring our multimodal transportation system, and I very much appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank you, Ann.